Hello, grandchildren. It's Grandma Robin, and I have a special book to read to you today. This is a book that my mom, Grandma Carla, would read to me, and then it was one of my special books from when I was a child. So I still have this book called The Little Fur Family, and it was 75 cents when I bought it. This is the original version. So I wish I'd written my name in it so you could see that. But these pictures, I just love them. In the front, here's the little fur boy, and there's the little fur family. So cute. So I hope you enjoy this one. There was a little fur family, warm as toast, smaller than most, in little fur coats, and they lived in a warm wooden tree. I always thought that looked like such a nice place to live. The little fur father said good morning one day, put on his hat, and went away out into his little fur world. Must have been cold for him to need a coat. The little fur mother bathed her child. And look, it's a ball. And off he went to play in the wild wood where they lived. He liked that ball. He took it in the bath and then he took it out to play. It was a wild, wild wood. Wild flowers grew all over the ground, and wild winds blew through the air. Wild nuts fell from wild nut trees, and wild grass tickled the fur child's nose, tickled his nose, and made him sneeze. Kerchoo! Kerchoo! That sneeze woke up his grandpa, who lived in a hollow stump, and Grandpa came walking thump, 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 and walked out of his hollow stump and said, "Bless you, my little fur grandson. Every time you sneeze, kerchoo, bless you," said the little fur child. It was Grandpa who sneezed. "Thank you," said his grandpa. Then old Grandpa went thump, 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 and walked back into his hollow stump. And the fur child went on through the dark and sunny woods till he came to a little river full of fish. The fish didn't have any fur, and they didn't have any feet, and they swam around under the river. The little fur child watched them for a long time. Then he reached into the river and pulled out a fish and looked at it, and then, kerplunk, he threw it back in the river. He reached into the air and he caught a flying bug and held it in his hand and looked at it. What kind of bug is that? That's my favorite kind of bug, a ladybug. The bug didn't have any fur. It was shiny and had little wings. Then, psst, he threw it back in the air. Then he caught a little tiny fur animal, the tiniest little fur animal in the world. It had warm, silky fur and even a little fur nose. So he kissed it right on its little fur nose and put it gently back in the grass. And the little tiny, tiny fur animal ran down a hole in the ground. The sun went down beyond the river. The sky grew wild and red, and the little fur child turned around and ran for home. And just as the darkness got very dark, he bumped into his fur mother, and she took her little fur child home in her arms and gave him supper. Supper is what we call dinner. And there was his father who put him to bed, and they tucked him in bed all soft and warm. And they held his paw and they sang him a song. Sleep, sleep, our little fur child, out of the windiness, out of the wild. Sleep warm in your fur all night long. In your little fur family, this is a song. The end. Isn't that a sweet story? I hope you liked that, and I hope you have a good night's sleep. Cuddle down in your beds, get all warm, hug your stuffies, say your prayers, and know that Grandma loves you very much. Good night.